guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So next we have Aquarius, because you came out with Leo. So Aquarius, you guys are next. They want me to sage for you, so you might need to clear your space, Aquarius. Cleanse, declutter. It's all a bit built up of too many wrong things. Clear and cleanse. For those of you that have crystals, I'm really being drawn to like that's yellow adventurine, I think. So any kind of yellow crystals, they're showing me there. So put them under your pillow, please, tonight or for the next couple of nights. And let's see what they want to show for Aquarius, please. Oh, what is the saying? Is it the ball dropped? I think it's the saying. Sorry, I'm channeling it, so I don't know. When you have a realization, it's like there's something dropped. I don't know the saying, but yeah. Is it the ball? I don't know what it is. Anyway, so what I'm seeing is, okay, so you or whoever this person is in this Aquarius energy has had some kind of moment where this is really hard to word. So there's something that, I wouldn't say it's been kept from someone, but this person has been living their life in a certain way, or doing something, or has done something with their life, and they were kind of waiting for someone else or something else to find out at some point. And because there feels like there's quite a lot of distance, but not just like straight distance, it's like curvy path. So this could be one person was kind of waiting for someone to find out, but this is such a pickledy fucking pathway. So it's like maybe it's an old connection, but there's so much, there's people between you, time between you, karma between you, like bad stuff between you. So that's why it's all messy. Or between this person, and it's like they did something, and it's like they kind of didn't want someone to ever find out, but they knew at some point obviously they would, because this is just like something normal or whatever. But it's like they have confirmation and know now that this person definitely knows whatever it is they've been doing with their life. These people are not together, like I said, there's a great distance, but it's that realization of that person will now know. So it's something like, say there's like two people that separated a long time ago or whatever, because there's so much distance between them, and this person's got married or had a baby or something like that, and they know this person's going to find out at some point, and they kind of just was like, well, I hope they don't feel any kind of way about it, whatever. And they didn't think they'd care, as like there was a part of them that hoped that they maybe would not, this person over here might not ever find out, and they could just live their life free or whatever. But that something's happened that they now know 100% that this person over here will know whatever this is, if they got married, remarried, or whatever the fuck it was, right? And the ball's dropped on that. It's like, oh, they'll definitely know now. And this person didn't think they'd care as much as they now care. They knew that this person over here would find out at some point, but they thought, okay, it is what it is. But then now that they know that this person will definitely know, I hope you're keeping up, it's like they're really in their feels about it and feeling some kind of way about it. Yes, Taylor? Quickly.
I'm sorry, you're in love. Why do you ask if you can stay for it?
Who?
Freddie.
Stay?
Yeah, for like a couple of days.
What?
He's going to pay for his own food.
Oh my god, I'll deal with you after.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, so sorry, children. Yeah, so this person over here is like way more in their feels than they ever thought, and it's really eating them up, and I don't know why. I don't, like, yeah, I can't, it's like this person didn't realise how much they would care that this person finds out. I don't know, it's just odd energy, man. So let's see what they're showing. I heard I'm a changed person now. So maybe the person over here got like, do you know what it feels? I'm gonna just come out. It feels like there was a karmic connection that had a lot of ups and downs and problems, lots of fears, and this does, like I said, the distance between them is quite large. So this could have been such a long time ago. It could have even been like childhood lovers or whatever the fuck. And it feels like this person went off in a new direction. Okay, it feels like they made the decision, and the new direction that they chose, whenever that was actually the barrier for this connection. Complete barrier. So the whole time they stayed off and went on this new direction, it was a complete barrier and lock off for this connection. In every way, this connection could never come forward, never come back around, unless this person turned back around and walked away from that new direction, new connection, I need to say, but whatever, new direction. And that's just how it's been, and I think that's how it's been for a long time. So it makes sense why my energy was maybe they got married or had a child or something, and it's like, even though the distance or whatever, this person's feeling some kind of way about the other person knowing, weirdly. Oh, and this person's contemplating communicating. Because I believe it feels like this person went off and maybe hurt this one, like didn't give them answers, or just left, abandoned, or maybe cheated and run off, I don't know, like something like that. And because of that, they've been bound by that painful karma, because the whole time they're in that new direction that they chose, everyone has free will, it's wrapped around some kind of pain. And it's like something's reawakened it, that information that they know that this person over here knows has reawakened like some fears for them, for this person, and they're contemplating on communicating in some way. Maybe to make themselves feel better, because they can't seem to purge this feeling that they're bound to either this other person or bound to the pain that they caused this person. So this person over here is definitely considering communicating in some format, but obviously the barrier is that new direction that they took and not being able to take action towards this person in any way. Clarifying the Virgin Pound. So this whole dynamic's just brought it all back up again. Like, just all how they can't release it. This person can't release what they did or how it was ended or whatever. Oh look, I didn't even put it flopped out. How they separated this person or the separation. And they're waking up to the fact that actually, weirdly enough, this was a massive lesson in deception. But check this, not in deception, but in deception of oneself. It's like this person really deceived themselves for such a long time, it feels. And oh my god, sorry, they just gave me something. So this person always felt like they had to just fit in a box. Like they had to get married, they had to get the house, get married, have a child, have a job. All boxes ticked. You know how society does that. That's it. That's what you need to do. This person's biggest fear was to do all of that, but end up miserable. No, this person's biggest fear was to end up just miserable and with someone that just wouldn't, you know, be right in the end. But this person went towards someone that could have all those boxes ticked with, and has probably ticked all those boxes now, and is left with the realization of their biggest fear, which is, I'm not in love with this person. This person's not a soulmate. The person that I've created all of this with actually was just someone who was like a logical, tick all the boxes, doesn't bring that like heart-wrenching soul love that clearly this person over here gives them. This person over here propels and mirrors their fears to them, and that's why this person probably ran away from this connection. and ran towards something more logical or something that could tick the boxes, and they felt no fear with whatever they moved forward with. And they ascended, and it was their free will to do so. Everyone has free will. And they ascended onto that new directions after being at a crossroads. I feel they were at a crossroads before they did this for some time. I heard 2 months. And they thought they were making the right decision. They thought they were making the right decision. They went mute. I feel like this person may have just completely gone mute on this one. And that's why it's been wrapped in. Weirdly enough, this is patience on another level, because this feels like it was years ago, because the distance is so big between them. And it's like this person over here is having this realization that everything they didn't tick the box with, they could have had with that person. And not only could they have had it with that person, they could have felt like a deep sirian, this connection that they always kind of wanted, but they were scared of. And now it's like, basically their biggest fear has just played out, because technically they've got everything that is supposed to make them happy, but they don't have that happiness. And I think they get taken back a lot to moments when they were with this person, these brief little flickers of like real vulnerable truth of happiness, and they're just realizing that actually they don't have that. They don't have any of that with where they moved forward to. And yeah, the patience card was just mad, because this feels like this has been the longest lesson to take to learn, because everything was on hold, like standstill for some reason. Oh. Yeah, and I think they got their guidance the wrong way around. Like, you know, if you're in denial and you could take your guidance, 1, 2, 2 on the timer, you can take your guidance and convince yourself it's something else, because you're just deceiving yourself and you don't really want to be vulnerable with yourself. So it feels like this masculine deceived their feminine, or this feminine deceived their actual masculine, like other counterpart. And they have deep, deep regret, and they're like stuck in the pain of how cold they was, and they feel serious grief. Like tied and wrapped around this grief, which is really sad. I think this person feels like they're either going to have to carry this forever, or they're going to have to contact this person over here to clear it, but they're petrified to compromise everything they've built. They're petrified to compromise it, but they do want to just clear this thing that they're bound to, this pain, this fear. I don't think this person wants to leave their life. It's not that. Like, they realise they kind of made a mistake in fear, but it's like they want to be free of the pain of the grief of what they did, and that's more what it's about. That's more what it's about. Okay, so what we're going to finalise, please, for both. So it's just taking me all the way back, because this feels like a youthful energy, and someone's like looking left or right, like, which way do I go? And it feels like one side's like, it's like there's a person like very straight cut, stern, and is communicative of, this is everything I've got and this is what I'm going to have in my life. And the other side is like someone not facing them, someone facing on like nurturing, building. They may have had a child, or they've just like, it's a real mothering energy. And they're not selling themselves. It feels like this person's like selling themselves, but in a very stern manner. And the other person's just being true and loving and genuine. And it feels like friendly, like a friendship. But they're not focused on trying to sell themselves. They're just being loving and doing them. And this person was like, oh, okay, this way then. Because that whole like, that was more unknown, like just loving and nurturing energy. that was like, well, what have you got? What are you offering? But without being that harsh energy, but it was a bit like, oh, if I go that way, like, where's that going to go? Like, what's that? This one, I know exactly what I'm getting. This one, I don't, and I'm scared. And I suppose that's the art in faith and trusting, being able to follow your emotions and how you really feel without being worried about the external, and having faith. So it was a deep lesson for this person, I feel. And I think, I don't want to say it because it feels like they've accomplished so much over this side. Like this was a long time ago over this side, and it's not that they like, it's not that they like hate their life and it's horrific. That's not the case. But I think there's a part of them that's like, I wish I chose that side so I could see, because I'll never know what that could have been. That's what it is. That's what the regret is. Never knowing what it could have been. Just going with the safe option, knowing exactly what I was getting. That's the regret. And that's what keeps them bound. Not knowing where it could have been, what could have happened, what could have been created. So yeah, I'm not sure if this person is going to communicate with that other person, but they're definitely feeling the pain, Aquarius. So take that energy if it fits with you or someone else that's linked to you. If you are interested in a private reading, info's in the box down below. And in the meantime, Aquarius, I send you so much love and light. Bye.